Hello. All right, I'm going to try set something up. So while you do, to get us through the last 20 minutes of the day, go ahead, take a minute to stand up if you'd like, stretch out, deep breaths, make sure you're awake before my presentation, and hopefully I'll keep you awake at the end of the presentation as well. Okay, hopefully we're all awake. I'll do a brief background before I get started. I'm with the Brenda Strafford Foundation, where we work in Canada and also in the Caribbean, and in particular Haiti, where we've been working for over 40 years. Pas laguer, petit petit, soiseau fait niche. These are Haitian proverbs. Together they mean, don't give up. Little by little, the bird makes its nest. I learned these sayings while living and working in Haiti. At first, they sounded like simple bits of wisdom, but over time, I came to see them as a philosophy for our work, a way of facing challenges with both persistence and patience. And nowhere was this philosophy clearer than in the work of my colleagues in Haiti, who showed exactly what pas laguer and petit petit really mean. Next slide. In 2020, at the peak of COVID-19, our team at our eye, ear, nose, and throat hospital in Haiti realized that we needed more space to accommodate the more than 200 patients coming to our facility each day, some of them arriving as early as 5 o'clock in the morning to get in line. So we started by setting up a few large tents and benches to create an outdoor waiting space, thinking it would be temporary. The purpose was to prevent the spread of COVID-19, but we soon realized it drastically improved our patient flow and reduced overcrowding in the hospital. We knew that we wanted this temporary solution to be a permanent change. We wanted a durable, dignified space, and we set out to build a pavilion. We had design plans drafted, we received a cost estimate, and we were eager to start the project. But the cost was too high. We didn't have the funds available at the time, so we aimed to fit it into the budget the following year. We had to wait. Next slide. Patients kept showing up. The team continued providing care. Pas laguer, don't give up. The next year came, but other projects were deemed more urgent by the local leadership team. Equipment needs, salary increases, a major roof repair. We couldn't fund the new waiting area. We had to settle for buying more tents to keep our temporary space working. Patients kept showing up. The team continued providing care. Petit, petit, little by little. Next slide. And then the 2021 earthquake struck. It devastated southern Haiti and damaged nearly half of our buildings. It forced us to use even more tents. Tents for waiting areas, tents for providing care, tents for sleeping. This was a major challenge for us. It felt like we were moving in the wrong direction. Next slide. Patients kept showing up. The team continued providing care. Pas laguer, don't give up. 2 years later, we completed our earthquake repairs and major renovations. Next slide. This was a tremendously joyous moment that enabled us to return to our pre-earthquake status of using all of our pre-existing buildings, now reinforced to withstand earthquakes. But we still didn't have any funds to build the new pavilion, so we continued using tents for the waiting area. Next slide. Patients kept showing up. The team continued providing care. Petit, petit, little by little. We then tried to budget for it again in the following year. But again, other projects were more important. Other equipment needs, additional salary increases, and a solar-powered energy system and security upgrades to respond to the increasing instability in Haiti. These all had to come first. The new pavilion had to wait. Patients kept showing up. The team continued providing care. Pas laguer, petit petit, soiseau fait niche. Don't give up. Little by little, the bird makes its nest. Next slide. And then finally, after 5 years of trying, this past spring we were able to fund and build the new waiting area. The structure itself is modest. It's an open pavilion with a metal roof that was built in just a month. But for our team, our patients, our organization, it represents something far bigger. A dignified space built with persistence and patience. I'm sure every one of you in this room has a similar story of persistence and patience that you could share. This is the nature of life, and this is definitely the nature of global development. Whether we're talking about rebuilding after disaster, tackling climate change, or improving health systems, the truth is that progress and transformation rarely comes quickly or easily. It comes little by little from persistence, patience, and long-term commitment by not giving up. Next slide. International cooperation is being tested, not just globally, but also here in Canada, right here in Alberta. Around the world, we see rising nationalism, fractured alliances, and general uncertainty. And here in Alberta, some people are even questioning the value of unity within Canada, let alone the wider world. In this context, it might be easy to think that Alberta is the last place you would look to as a leader for international cooperation. But I believe the opposite, that Alberta is a great place for global cooperation. We are deeply connected to the world here in Alberta through energy, agriculture, innovation, and most importantly, its people. All of you here today are a testament to this belief. And for every voice that speaks out against international cooperation, I believe we can find two more who are willing to stand up for it. People who want a future where Alberta is a hub for building bridges across borders. People who want a future where everyone can live life to the fullest with dignity, hope, and happiness. But the future we want won't build itself. If we want international cooperation to thrive, those of us here today must continue to work to help create it. We must not give up. Pas laguer. We must remember that change won't happen overnight. It will happen little by little. Petit, petit. Next slide. The action we need to take isn't one specific project or a certain area of work. It's more about how we approach our work. It's about being development partners, creating deep connections in the communities where we work so we can truly understand the opportunities and the needs, seeing ourselves not as humanitarians or donors, but as development partners, not just reacting to today's challenges, but also keeping in sight the bigger picture. Yes, sometimes the urgent needs like staffing or equipment come first, but we always need to keep in mind our long-term goals, working to achieve them over time, little by little. It's about striving for sustainable impact. Every intervention has the potential to create positive change, no matter how big or small, whether now or in the future. Sometimes a single life is immediately impacted because of a program brought about through international cooperation. Other times, entire communities are transformed after decades of work. But in any situation, the intervention must first happen to spark the change. And the best way to ensure lasting positive change from that intervention is to make sure we are committed to creating sustainable impact, leveraging evidence and strong community engagement to guide our decisions. And it's about persistence and patience, not giving up. Our patients in Haiti didn't stop coming to us when we could only offer them tents instead of a proper waiting area. Our team didn't give up after an earthquake damaged half of our buildings, and they themselves had to work in tents. And nearly in every community where all of us work to improve lives, people don't have the luxury of giving up or stepping away from the challenges. They remind us what pas laguer really means: keep going. Next slide. Because pas laguer and petit petit soiseau fait niche are not just proverbs or philosophies, they're guiding principles for global development. They remind us that we can create the future we want little by little, as long as we don't give up. So I implore all of you, in face of all the challenges and uncertainty, keep going. Little by little, the bird makes its nest.